Okay, let's take a look at creating or look at summary statistics. First, we'll look at creating a 5-number summary. Okay, so let me bring in some numbers, and then we'll bring in from file here in a minute. Let me see. 1, 7, 12, 5, 3, 4, 12, 2, and 5. Okay, if I type summary of X, now I do an edit run all. This will give us our 5-number summary. And you might be sitting there saying, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I count 6 numbers there. Well, this first one here is your min. That's part of your 5-number summary. This is your first quartile, the 3. Your median is 5. That's your second quartile, or aka it's also known as a median. Skip over the mean. Third quartile is a 7, and your max is your 12. Now, if I did a box plot based upon X, and I ran it, and if I had, what is it? Horizontal is true, or horizontal equals true, I think. Edit, run all. There it goes. Well, first off, we set our min as a 1. So come down here, and I guess it doesn't. It's not saying that this is necessarily 0. So okay, I'll buy that 1. First quartile is 3. Yeah, that looks halfway in between 2 and 4. Our median, that's our value exactly in the middle of our data. Also, your Q2 says is 5, and I could see that it comes down here as 5. The third quartile is over here, come down here is 7, and then the max is 12, comes down to there. Now, I wonder if I can remember how to do that. It's always kind of fun to play, but I guess you have to have a programmer spirit for that. I think that'd be my X limit, and I want that to go from 1 to, probably won't go from 1 to 12. How about 0 to 12? Let's see if that works, if I remember it right. Edit, run all. Well, that was my X limit, which it uses right here. But since I rotated it, I guess maybe I want Y limit. Edit, run all. Okay, there I started with 0 to 12. Now I can see a little bit better. My min does come down. Looks like a 1. So it's no longer deceiving in that way. But again, you can, many of the same options that you saw for the histogram, you can set for the box plot. I can, again, do a main here. Main equals whatever this would represent. The numbers. Since they don't really represent anything, it gives you that title there. Okay, so that's how you get your summary statistics, your 5-number summary plus the mean. There is no 6-number summary; it's 5-number summary it's referred to. Now I'm gonna remember from the early videos I have this CSV file called business.csv. It has 3 columns: your sales and profit. I'm gonna bring that in. Let me work with sales this time, and I'll create a box plot for my sales. So Y is let's see, read.csv, or is it csv.read? We'll try that. And business.csv. Let's just print Y to see if I remember that right. Okay, that was correct. And I'm assuming it's sales with a capital S. Yeah, it is. Okay. So then I'm going to create a summary. Now you can't just do a Y, because Y is an object that's coming in. If I try to run that, see, it gives me an error of some sort. Or does it? Ah, that's interesting. Gives me summary for all 3 columns. I didn't expect that. Interesting. But if I just wanted sales, now min is 10,218. I learned something myself. I'll forget it an hour from now, but okay, it gives you the same values. So I guess if you want the information, the summary for all of them, you can do it that way. But anyway, that gives you the same information. And we've already looked at doing box plots for that, so I'm not going to show that again. Now, if I want to find individual values of this, I can type mean of x. Now, if I run this, then you see it says mean is 5.66 more decimal places. Where this is rounded, this takes it to a few more decimal places. Median of x. There's standard deviation of x, and there's variance of x. There's also a way to do quartiles, but I don't remember the command for that. Not that you need it, because quartiles are given here. Like this. Why would you want to do these separate? When summary gives you everything, why would you want to do mean and median separate? Well, the idea on this would be is I could set them equal to perhaps variables. I apologize, phone's going off there. Like that. Now, when I run this, these won't print anymore. These are now stored in variables that I can use. Now, I could print them. I could just type x mean, and that'd print my mean. So if I do an edit run all, you see how I'd print my mean then. The beauty of putting them into separate variables is I can use these in later calculations at this point. Let me actually just print them all. Okay, so that prints my values there. And if I did my mean, maybe if I do my x, let's try this. X values minus x mean. What is that giving us? Well, my x values. What's my mean? Mean is 5.666. It's taking each value of x, 1 minus x mean. So 1 minus 5.666667 gives us this negative value here. My next value is 7. 7 minus 5.666667 gives us 1.333. So it's taking each value of x and subtracting the mean and giving it to us this way. Then if I want to do something else with that, like I wanted to multiply it times something, then I could get whatever I want. Let's see. Let's see what that gives us. I'm not sure if that's how you score something in R. I'm just playing here. 21.77. Boy, that's kind of hard to figure. But if I take my first x value, 1 minus this, gives us negative 4.6667. I could buy that when I square it, it gives me that. Yeah, I could see that. Now let's do a sum here. Let's see what that gives us. Edit, run all. Well, now it's taking each value of x, subtracting the mean, squaring it, and then summing those up and getting my 128. Square root of that. Let's see if I'm remembering square root right. Edit, run all. 11.31, okay. Let's come here and do a divided by. Now this, I don't know if I remember how to do. I'm assuming count minus 1. Doesn't like count. Oh, I hate doing that. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I don't have the. That's probably one problem. Let's try that. Edit, run all. Can I find function count? How do you do counts? Frequency? Let me go over here to my other web or other monitor and let me Google R programming count. Count function. How do you do the count function? I'm not going to find it real fast. Okay, let me just replace this with 9 and run this. 4. Well, what I did is this is the formula for standard deviation. One of the formulas. One of the formulas says that you take your x minus your mean, then you square it, then you add those together, and you divide by n minus 1. Now, I failed in remembering how to do the count. I think the book does this, so you can see what the function is for count. But that's, if you want to individually see each piece, then you can break it apart like that. And that's the reason why you would have these as separate. Anyway, probably more fun than you wanted to have there. Okay, now back to here. I got my summary of that. And now if I want to do the mean of Y sales and median of Y sales, standard deviation of Y sales, and variance of Y sales. These will print your mean, median, standard deviation, and variance of the data that's in the sales column in the business.csv. So I do an edit run all. And you see we got our mean here, which happens to match this, except for it's not rounded. That's bad. I'm not sure if it rounds at all here. And then the median there. And then standard deviation variance, which isn't up in here in this value. But anyway, that shows you how to work with summary statistics in R.